They're by Mahomes glasses.
They are. That's true. Yeah.
Except that they're not actual. Oh, there he is.
That's good.
Next receipt for Chiefs win. 4 sacks on Lamar Jackson, 3 big Mahomes throws, 2 back-breaking Mahomes scrambles. There's at least one. 1 DPI on Snead. There wasn't. 0 Mahomes turnovers. Damn, Nick Wright called a lot of things.
Oh, the recipe.
He called on Friday's episode 4 sacks on Lamar, which we got. 3 big Mahomes throws. I mean, the one to Kelsey in the end zone.
I'd say every one of the ones to Kelsey was a big one.
And the one where he on 3rd down where he barely got off that wobbler was.
Oh yeah, that's a big throwing catch.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Beyond Sports Podcast, where we BS about the old sports. Let's get into it and let's talk about them teams. We're bringing out the Mahomes.
That down.
I heard that we were gonna get like 38 dropped on us this week.
Oh, you know it.
This was a down year.
The wild amount of disrespect.
This was the Chiefs when they were beautiful.
Our down years.
We're fixing
better than your worst, baby.
Fixing to reload a receiver. Good fucking luck.
Yeah. Next year we're gonna have people coming here on discounts to play for a chance at a 3-peat. Potential 3-peat, if we can pull it off. Sam is muted.
You're gonna have dudes. Are you muted, Sam?
Definitely,
Yeah.
because we can't hear him.
Well, this is the ideal way for Sam to be on this right now. I'm just kidding.
Oh wait, now am I good?
There you
Yeah,
go.
now we can hear you.
Okay. Was I been muted the whole time?
Yeah, you not said a thing.
Yeah,
We got 4. That's all. I mean, it
Since we
wasn't.
started
Really,
recording, I mean.
Yeah. 4th trip
would have been. I accidentally hit the
home
mute
there.
thing.
To the Super Bowl.
Got there again. Number
Dude,
4,
28.
baby.
4 out of the last 5.
Dude is
Ooh.
20,
Dude is 28.
and this is his 4th appearance in the Super Bowl.
In your wildest dreams,
In 6 years, yes, dude. In the 6 years he started, he's been to 4 Super Bowls. What the fuck?
6 AFC titles.
You can't have that sort of like Super Bowl appearance percentage. Like,
Yeah. His worst seasons end in overtime of the AFC Championship game.
yeah,
Those are his worst seasons.
it's incredible, incredible.
What I was kind of imagining,
Insane.
and obviously I don't know when this is ever gonna happen, but like I kind of imagine like the season that Mahomes has after he finally doesn't make the AFC Championship. Like
I mean,
that's gonna he's
he
gonna
goes-
come back with a fucking fury.
he goes scorched earth. Yeah,
Yeah, the season after
I
that,
mean-
that's when he breaks the 55 touchdowns.
It's like trying to envision the AFC Championship game without Patrick Mahomes in it because it's been so long since we witnessed it.
it's insane. And
This
now
is
he-
wild. Like
4 and 6 in those games.
But one of the nuttier stats to me is that we've got to do 2 more in a row to tie the Patriots record.
that.
Right? Yeah,
Championship
because they have 8.
appearances.
They had 8 appearances. I mean,
8 straight.
Yeah. God.
But I mean, in your wildest dreams, guys.
No,
no,
man.
no, not growing up watching the Chiefs break my heart in playoff. Well, I
After
mean, speaking of
playoff.
which,
My wildest dreams were achieved a couple.
one of those mini heartbreaking playoff losses, we saw a quarterback catch his own pass and run it in for a touchdown. And when I saw Lamar today catch his own pass and run it for a big old gain and convert that 3rd down, I was like, that's an omen. Oh no, that's
That felt bad. That admittedly did not feel good.
Can't happen.
I'm glad you were with us when that happened.
Yeah, I was glad to
We
be.
were able to talk you down pretty quick.
I was glad to be.
I mean, it felt bad, man. And I mean, it was amazing how we were able to overcome some of our mistakes in this game. And because our offense played far from perfect and
Yeah.
still somehow win this, like our defense.
Our defense
Incredible,
had big performance in this game.
incredible performance. To only allow 10 points to one of the best offenses in the league.
Yeah.
Again,
3 points in the second half, 7 in the
only
first.
3 points in the second half. I mean,
Uh,
their defense held us to 0 points in the second half. It just
Two of the highest rated teams in history are the 2007 Patriots and the 2023 Baltimore Ravens. Steve Spagnuolo, and they've held their last game, they held the opponent to 17 points, and Steve Spagnuolo won both those games.
both those get man. Insane.
This is one of
I
the
hope-
best. He's one of the best defensive coordinators
Do it one more time.
potentially of all
Do it one more
time.
time.
I think this is the best game he's ever coached for us.
That was the best game he's ever coached for. So
It was incredible.
start to finish, it was amazing.
To hold them to a single touchdown and 3 points in the second half. Like,
Yeah,
this was an unstoppable offense this year.
Bravo, man.
he
And-
had
and the
constant
only
pressure
reason-
on Lamar in this game.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like they got those 7 points. The like one touchdown they did get was just Lamar making an incredible play, like
Yeah, that
breaking
was a
out of
good
that sack.
defensive
Like
call.
we had him,
Yeah.
had our guy wrapped up a little more, just a a little better tackle in there.
Lamar's hard to
they
get
may not have
down.
got
I like that he went high on him because you do need to get him high so you can pin that arm to him. Otherwise, you're not getting the sack.
I think the questions are going to be back about Lamar's ability to throw.
No,
Lamar was
I
terrible
mean,
in this game. In the
He was awful.
uh,
Like, bad.
he was. I mean,
Like
it's
he
weird.
made a couple plays, but there was really
The decision making was bad. That interception that he threw was
interception was
horrific,
terrible.
horrific
Interception was
decision
bad.
making ability.
He
Throwing
did-
triple coverage to his second tight end.
yeah.
He made some
Likely was
big
good, but-
mistakes. He made some big. He had 2 turnovers in this game.
The fumble was bad. He didn't feel the
Fumble-
pressure coming from behind.
He didn't, and the pick was just terrible. You can't throw a
That
pick
was
in the fourth quarter like
horrific
that.
throw.
You
Yeah,
can't be down.
I don't care if Isaiah Likely threw his hand up. Like you saw, there's no way you didn't see 3 red jerseys.
There's 3.
Yeah.
Yes, there were 2 guys right behind him when he threw his hand up. Like he's throwing his hand up, I think, because he thinks he has a step on him, But you're like, that ball's about to go to the
It
back of
wasn't
the
there.
end zone, and
Yeah, that was a terrible decision.
it was.
He had the one over a couple over the middle that were just dropped interceptions.
Yeah.
The one thing, and I'll have to wait. till-
Bolton had one literally in his hands.
Yeah, but
Bolton
Bolton
let
didn't get
one
the
slip
pass
right
the other
into it.
cast.
No, yeah.
The one thing I have legit questions about is, and I'll have to I think once you see all 22 film, it'll be more clear. But why didn't Lamar Jackson pull the ball down and run more?
Yeah,
There was some
it was
times
there.
that were baffling when you were like, oh, he's about to pull that down and
There were
run.
multiple third downs where he
He's-
could have pulled the ball down and taken off.
He has a hole in the line where he could run, and didn't.
He wanted to be pocket passer.
It's
yeah, he had some
really
running legs that
Well, and I wanted to kind of bring up, it seems like every week in the playoffs, the team we play against do not play their strengths because
Right.
Baltimore's known to be a
Baltimore's
running team.
not running.
and
They
did
didn't run the
not run
ball.
the ball.
For some reason.
Gus
They
Edwards
ran
had
the
3
ball with
attempts.
3 attempts, and he got 20 yards on those 3 attempts.
Gus Edwards is a very. I said we needed to take away Gus Edwards in this game. I thought we needed to take him away. I did not know they were going to do it for us.
They did it for us. Why are you not running the ball on us?
Yeah, that was
You're
stupid.
leading.
Terrible game call by Baltimore in this with a really good coach.
Your leading rusher is your quarterback by 5 carries. He carried 8 times, and he had 5 more carries than the next guy with
As
Gus
soon
Edwards.
as we went up 14-0, they panicked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they really did.
and really, I mean, you look at it. Lamar finished with 272.
Oh wait, we went up only 7. We never went up 14.
Were we not up 14-0?
No.
Okay,
It was
my bad.
7-7,
they
then
scored.
17-7, and then 10-7
Okay.
team.
Yeah,
Yeah, we went up 10. Once we went up 10, maybe a little bit of panic. Like once we went up 2 scores. But I mean, going up 10 is not,
Well, I think it sort of freaked them out too because they kept going on long drives and getting nothing out of it.
They did a couple of times there at the end. When we got Zay Flowers, the fumble, right? That was huge. the Zay Flowers fumble.
That
That
was
was
a
them
revenge fumble.
deep.
That was a Snead revenge fumble right there.
That was them in the red zone right there. And then on the pick, that was also them like very close to the red zone if they weren't in it there.
They were right outside the red zone, I want to say, on that one.
So yeah,
That
I
was
mean,
Snead that he taunted, wasn't it?
Yeah, dude, it was Snead taunted and then Snead
I
forced a
just
fumble. Dog.
realized
That was
that.
a revenge fumble. The revenge fumble. You gotta love it.
I've never seen a player play so well and 100% cost his team a game.
And then afterwards,
I
after
mean,
that
yeah.
fumble, he smashed his helmet into
And
the
hurt his
cage,
hand.
hurt his hand, and it was bleeding. It was that was ended his day.
Injures, yeah, cut open his hand.
And yeah, I mean, I was like, he
Uh,
played a good game. He had a good rookie year. This shouldn't take away from
I
that.
mean, yeah, 115 yards and a touchdown. That's pretty damn good. But
Yeah,
he did fumble the ball right there and kind of cost your team a huge opportunity in this
he did.
game.
He did absolutely, and he had that big penalty on that after that big catch.
Yeah,
Those are
but
two.
they were still alive at that point. I mean, I think when Lamar threw that interception, it was you kind of just felt it sink in that stadium for him. Like it wasn't over at that point. Like I think they still got another possession, and but
You could feel it.
The defense, like, because the drive after that is when the defense started losing their shit.
yeah,
Like he
they
came
just
across
kind of
early and got the
The Roquan
they
got
gave us a
the personal foul.
unnecessary roughness. Yeah,
They had what
Yeah.
six personal? They had six penalties for 15 yards in this game.
yeah they're killing themselves. Some people are gonna argue with those, but most of those were pretty legit. Like Kelsey baiting the first one with
Oh
Kelsey
my
baiting the
God.
dude into it.
Where he's laughing at the dude before the flag even hits the ground. The flag's in the air, and Kelsey pointing, laughing at the motherfucker after.
Well,
I'm
the
like,
dude
dude,
ran
that's
in and
savage.
smashed his face mask against Kelsey's, and that did it.
Yeah,
It did it.
dude, that was hilarious. I love him.
I
I love Travis
yeah.
Kelsey.
And man, Mahomes getting like that hit to the helmet or that
Yeah. Jadavion Clowney.
like
Mhm.
that's the thing that a lot of these teams don't understand. Like they try and come out and intimidate us, and that's just not going to work. We've seen it
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, you're
We've
not
seen
going to
it all.
bully us around. Not this team. Not this defense, especially.
We're too well coached. We're too
This
smart.
defense not going to take it. But I can't believe how little they ran the ball. It's
Yeah, it boggles my mind.
One thing that
16 carries total, right? That's including Lamar's to 37 passes. They were just completely one dimensional. We somehow made them so one dimensional. I think was it just I haven't looked at a breakdown of what our defense was doing, but it seemed like it may have been lining up like just a bunch of guys in the box, just like, hey, we're gonna make them. And going into this game, I knew we would have to make Lamar throw it on us, right? Like I got nothing against Lamar. I'm not one of those. He's a glorified running back guys, but I knew we'd have to make his game one dimensional, and we did.
and they had
Although
37 pass attempts, and Odell Beckham had like 3 targets in this game. He was a non-factor.
22 yards. He had 22 yards. He had 6 targets. 3
Okay,
catches,
6
22 yards.
Justice Hill had 7 targets. Odell
He
had
was the check down guy that was open because, but yeah, man, how can you throw the ball? How can you be the Ravens, a great run team, one of the best in the league, and throw it 37 times and run only 16 and give your top dude, Gus Edwards, who's been doing great for you all year, you give him only 3 carries?
Yeah.
This is not, you literally just went and said, Lamar, do everything for us. And like, you gotta have a team, my guy. The Chiefs, we didn't do a great job running the ball. Somehow a little better than them with 89 total yards.
Yeah, but look at how many attempts.
Yes, we
tried
gave
to-
Pacheco
tried to run.
24 carries. He only got 68 yards. Not a great day.
It was like 2.3 per carry.
Yeah.
2.8.
And
So like
Mahomes
not the
didn't have that.
best. He got his touchdown though, but still we were trying to run the ball.
Yeah.
And Mahomes
Because that let us do play action. Like
yeah.
Mhm.
And Mahomes, I mean, very efficient on the day, right? 30 of 39 with that TD for 241.
Yeah, and he had 15 on the ground with his legs.
Had 50 and some big one because he converted some, at least that 1 third down on his legs down
One or
in the
two,
red
yeah.
zone.
Yeah.
That led to our second touchdown.
Yeah, I thought he did He did what we needed him to do on the ground today and through the air.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, he game man. They call. I forget which announcer said he turned into what he needed to be, which was a game manager. And then when we
That's what
needed to
been
have,
paying him to do. That's what he needed to do against
dude,
a couple times this year, and we would have probably won a couple more
and we
games.
probably would. Yes, they knew because we turned. You saw in the second half, our offense became very conservative. We were running a lot. We
Yeah.
weren't throwing downfield nearly as often, right? We became very conservative, and I think we said, like, let's just
I think that
not
just came from
fuck
ultimate
up.
confidence in what the defense was doing.
Yeah, they said, do not fuck up.
Yep.
Don't put our defense in a bad spot, and I bet they can win us this game. And then when at the very end of the game, when we needed to have it, we said we're not going to give them a chance to have the ball and tie the game, right? Tie or take a lead. Because after we got up by 10, Baltimore never got the ball back with a chance to tie it up.
Yeah.
Like,
We took him out.
they kicked those 3 points, gave us the ball back. And when we had to when we had to have a conversion on third down, right? On 3rd and 2, you
Bro,
decide to go 32 yards or like 30 yards through
Third
the
and
air
9.
to MVS. Come on. MVS, last week I was saying maybe we forgive MVS for a great playoff performance. And I mean, he's doing it when it matters. MVS showing up when it matters. 2 catches on 2 targets for 38
I want
yards.
to play football for the Chiefs next year.
He
Do
did.
what?
He did try to drop that ball.
He did.
What?
That was
What-
not like
Which one? He caught that. He had to turn those. Come on, man.
saying. I refuse to watch him as a Chief next year.
I'm just saying we forgive
just
him.
saying.
I'm not saying we bring him back. I'm saying we forgive him.
I'm
Okay.
happy he did his job.
And let's see what he does in the Super Bowl for us.
No, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna call him square with the house.
What?
He's square with the house.
You square that right? We ain't mad. We ain't mad, MVS. We ain't mad.
I'm not mad right now.
mad.
Today I'm not mad at MVS.
After last year's
I will
AFC
turn-
Championship
I
game,
will turn very
this year's playoff games,
a massive catch to ice an
to
AFC
ice the game.
championship.
That's huge.
Okay.
That is huge, and I appreciate his contributions. But if you fucking have a
And
try,
maybe we can get another Sky Moore touchdown next week. Who knows?
I should.
2
Hey,
weeks.
It's not okay. Somebody who deserves to be talked about and did score a touchdown. Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce, dude. What call
Another insane
Christ.
11 catches on 11 targets for 116 yards and a touchdown.
Teddy. And he got that huge 15-yard penalty on the defender,
How can you?
Vandoy, who is another veteran.
And he was just valuable beyond the stats.
Yeah. He
It
got
was
into that. He had Patrick Queen completely off his game this
This
whole
is-
second half. Patrick
I'm
Queen
sorry,
trying to fight every other play.
this is his worst year in like 8-9 years, right? Like, I mean, this is his worst season,
Yeah.
like statistically, and with the drops that he's had, and like hasn't been his best season, regular season, but in the playoffs,
He was a goddamn mutant out there today.
He is
wa-
now
those catches,
leader in
those catches,
He now has the most playoff catches in history.
most playoff catch beat Jerry Rice, most playoff.
That's
He still has a
Jerry
little
Rice.
way to go in yardage.
Yeah.
He
But-
beat who? He beat who?
The greatest wide receiver of all time, Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
And
That's
he's
who Travis Kelce
He
is.
he's 3 behind him in playoff touchdowns, and still like 300 or 400 or something like that in yardage, but
it's totally doable.
it's totally doable.
Keep
Except
playing,
for the
Travis.
yardage part.
Come
but-
back, get another 100.
I think being that close to the records, like there's no way he doesn't come back next year.
Get it 100 yards and a touchdown in this Super Bowl. Come back next year and do it again.
No, come back next year. Please.
And then the I forget which defender it was that was guarding Travis on his touchdown. That was the first touchdown he's allowed to a tight end all year.
Was it Roquan Smith?
I believe it might have been.
No, it was Hamilton.
Yeah.
Hey, he was killing us.
He was awesome today.
Wasn't
He was freaking good.
he? He
Really,
was
he was
all
effective.
over the field.
Dude,
all
every
over.
time we did that swing screen out to like
Swings-
slide,
yeah, any
he
sort of
was
swing.
right there waiting to blow that fucking play up.
Blow that
I
shit
think
up.
he's probably the best safety in the game.
He
He's
absolutely. I
insane
think he
good.
earned that title today too. He played awesome. Obviously he gave up that touchdown, but it's not.
There's
Doesn't
nothing
mean
you can like you're nothing you
gave
can
up
do
a
about
touchdown
one-handed
last
catch on a perfect throw.
I mean, it was a perfect throw. Perfect. Kelsey basically it was a one-hander. If you look at that,
Yeah,
if you watch that play,
The catch was one hand, the second hand was to secure it.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
that one was nutty, dude. That was a nutty catch. That was a great play.
So Kelsey
Love
just
to watch.
amazing catches. I mean, the third down one where Patty's running out of pressure, just throws it at the last second, gets a
Duck.
wobbler off, and
There's also the one that Travis had to extend forward.
full extension. Just
Yeah.
The new Jumpman logo.
yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I got a Christmas
absolutely.
ornament of him doing that thing. Back
Big
there,
shout
packed
out,
away.
big shout out to Nick Allegretti.
He had a great
Hey, yeah,
Coming in a tough spot, man. That dude's been a part of this team for a long
and
time.
he
Yeah,
did well.
He's been a
He did
serviceable
well.
backup for a long time too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mahomes only sacked twice. Not terrible. Lamar sacked 4 times.
Yeah.
Lamar getting sacked 4
Could have
times.
been a lot more if it wasn't Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. Those 4
Yeah,
sacks.
there were at least 3 I can think of he escaped from.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He-
He's hard to take down. He's hard to take down.
They got a touchdown on one of them that he should have been sacked on.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Rashee Rice had 8 receptions today. They were huge. Only
Mhm.
46 yards, but I mean, dude, is
But
to have another consistent target you can throw it to,
yes.
you can get 8 receptions out of. That's awesome.
Dude, 8
Yeah, I
receptions
mean,
on 9 targets.
don't undersell the defense we did this against today. This was an all-time defense.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And
Great
This is-
defense,
this-
best
like, this is
scoring
being-
defense
this
in
is
the
being
league.
talked about
Like,
as one of the top. I think this statistically is one of the top 10 defenses of all time.
MVS, and also on that last drive, I want to say it's on that last drive. Justin Watson had a big catch.
yes.
Did
For
he?
a
I
first
don't
down.
remember.
Yeah, he had a big
He had one
he had a big
catch
catch for on a third down.
for a third. I think I do remember.
So
But
it was nice seeing other people step up and deliver.
yeah. Right? It is nice to have all of your weapons there available.
I would say the only
Oh,
player I saw play bad today was our punter.
And Tommy didn't have
Didn't have a great
He
day.
hey, he did get one. He
Except
nailed one
that one
he
at the
got
end. That one at the
1
end.
yard line.
better
He
as
put
the
him
game went
at
on,
the
I thought.
1 yard line. He did yeah.
I think
He had one really good punt. He had one phenomenal
he
punt.
got a little bit better in that game. Can we talk about how stupid Kadarius Toney is?
Oh yeah.
No, we don't need to talk.
I don't
I
want
mean,
to talk about dudes that aren't on this team anymore.
yeah.
That dude's not a chief.
That was
I
stupid.
mean,
Yeah,
that was
drop him,
doing some
honestly.
And how dumb! Like you had a baby yesterday,
dumb.
and your team's about to play an AFC championship.
And
Shut
they
the
gave
fuck
you a
up!
pass to not.
Shut the fuck up!
Yeah.
God.
Absolutely.
Just be glad they didn't actually tell the real reason why he didn't play today.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
team
because
was
you're
trying
unplayable.
the team was trying to be nice and be like, okay, we'll say
They've
it's 'cause
literally
you're
stood
hurt.
up for him through the worst of them.
Yeah. That
You're a liability with the
Dude,
ball in your hands.
You're a
I'm gonna say
liability.
it could have said Kadarius Toney out because he's a liability. Because he is. Like
Absolutely. And then he got on social media and proved it. Like
he's a fucking liability. Like
it's
Sky
like,
Moore,
all
you don't
right,
hear him talk about how he's not actually hurt because he's smart
no
enough.
thanks.
Sky Moore might be back next year because he's not an idiot. We all know Sky
Dude,
Moore, why
I
Sky
mean-
Moore's on IR.
Come on.
We all know it's not because of an injury. We know it's because he sucks.
I think he legit has a hamstring. Actually,
I mean, I'm sure that he probably did. I'm just.
he's just going to become a professional hospital patient. He's our Ben Simmons.
Oh no. We'll always have Super Bowl 57. Okay. All right.
Sure.
You, all right.
Yeah, we'll always have corn dog.
We'll always have corn dog in the punt return. So
Yeah.
hey. All right. Good luck with your kid. It's a stressful time. I understand. So, try to cut him a little slack. Who cares? We'll go to another Super Bowl. It doesn't
Good luck
yeah.
playing for
Yeah.
the Jets or whatever.
Yeah, what yeah. Fine.
Uh,
I mean
Speaking of the Super Bowl, it's a rematch.
the rematch it is, yeah.
But this time it's not. It's not Pat versus Jimmy. It's Pat versus Brock.
Brock.
Like,
Did you see anything in that game that scared you
Maybe-
today, Sam?
Maybe we'll what?
Did you see anything in that game that scared you?
From the Niners?
Yeah.
No, I mean, their playmakers do still scare me. I think we have the good corners to shut down Debo and Ayuk, right? To limit them anyways. with Snead and McDuffie. But Kittle and McCaffrey, they do scare me. Not gonna lie.
I
They're
just
gonna
I think we're gonna be in Brock Purdy's face all fucking
be
game.
I
helpful.
think we are. I think we're gonna get some good pressure on him. I hope we learn from
Dude,
Lamar like how
hey.
to really. He could run some pretty as we saw today. Maybe we should get into Detroit. Not well. We should talk more about the matchup next week.
Yeah. We'll
But
talk about it next week for sure.
I think we can.
Hopefully, we'll have
definitely-
Willie Gay back.
One of the things that struck me in our game today was even the times when Lamar would drop back and we wouldn't get pressure, he had all day to throw. He couldn't find anybody to
He
throw.
still was having a hard time finding him. Our secondary locked it down. Like
did
locked
their
it
thing.
down.
They did their damn thing.
Like I really do think we have the best pair of corners in the NFL. And it's
We
not,
do. It's hard to say we don't. I mean, who has a better tandem of corners?
Yeah.
Like
Tough.
we've got an all pro and the other guy arguably should have been an all pro. Like
If it wasn't for being a little handsy at times, he
I
would have.
guess, but he didn't allow a touchdown in the regular season.
like against Snead, you can't get open, and against McDuffie, you can't get the fucking completion.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna swat it.
He had one today that was a monster.
Or he's gonna strip it.
Yeah.
Or he's gonna come off the corner and sack you.
It's defense, man, all time right now, all time. And if they can do it one more time, they can shut down
it's-
the other team.
Our offense, I think, is going to have to give us more than 17.
Watching
probably-
this defense right
Yeah.
now is like watching Patrick Mahomes the first year. It was like, no,
Mhm.
this isn't real.
I think we
this is
will.
gonna come
you know,
crashing down.
I think the Ravens had a better defense than the Niners do.
Probably, yeah.
Um,
We have better linebacker duos, surprising.
The Ravens have the better
So-
offense too.
Yeah.
maybe, maybe that one I don't know about. That one I
one's
don't know
tough.
about.
Niners have playmakers at
Every position. Two good wide receivers, tight end, and a running back.
I think
that-
shutting down McCaffrey is gonna be the key.
McCaffrey, Debo, and Ayuk.
Yeah.
That
Our
catch,
corners-
I'm just not worried about the receivers, man.
dude, that catch Brandon
mean-
Ayuk had today was out
So
the fucking world.
that was out of this world. That was outstanding. I mean,
That
just
was
to make that.
That was
fucking-
ridiculous. That's
And
Off the dude's face. That was not a good.
Brock, so
Brock Purdy-
without that, man,
turned the whole game, man.
that
should have
turned
been
the
a
whole
pick.
game. That
Yeah.
really did. It
This
really
was
did.
not- Brock Purdy with his legs today actually showed me more.
Brock Purdy made some plays. He did make some plays with
I
the
couldn't
yeah.
believe
With,
the way they were letting him run around.
Run
Run
around,
around
yeah.
like
That's
he was
Brock Purdy.
he was breaking out of sacks.
he's a little more athletic than you think.
Yeah.
So
He went a little Josh Allen today.
he did. But we just limited Lamar. So hopefully we can limit Brock
Yeah,
Purdy.
I'm
but
not scared of
hey.
that shit.
Yeah.
He did make some plays. He also got lucky because that
We do
IU
in
incredible
back-to-back
IU
weeks, we
catch
shut down the two biggest running threat quarterbacks in the NFL.
in the F we did.
Yeah.
But that IU catch should have been picked.
It should have been a pick.
Should have been picked.
Yeah, that should have been a
Like-
pick. Lions going the other way.
Absolutely.
With
It was
a
a
press
terrible
But
field
throw.
instead, yeah,
insane,
that
huge
pick turned
for
it
the
all.
Niners.
And if they do come up with that pick, the Niners aren't scoring right there and getting that touchdown that they ended up winning by 3, 4.
Yeah.
So
I couldn't believe what I saw.
No. No,
That was like that was like the I can't remember the player, but I'm pretty sure like when the Al Michaels he caught it play.
the Odell Beckham, Chris Collins.
No, it was a Packers player, and like he rolled around on the ball.
I know
hit
which
his-
one you're
hit
playing.
his
I know
legs,
which
and he
one
kicked
you're
it up and caught it.
Oh, okay. The Chris Collinsworth one with Odell Beckham was hilarious.
Yeah,
His catch because he was sitting there like, did he catch that? I think he caught that.
but yeah. As far as a playoff catch, like
that,
Yeah,
that was
It was
incredible.
Antonio
Incredible
Freeman,
play.
Yeah,
there you go. Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Vikings versus Pack.
Yep.
Back when they used to
Man,
change up the instead of putting Vikings, they put Vikes Pack.
I think if IU could manage to avoid getting touched and went in the end zone, like that definitely goes down as a top 5 all time playoff.
all
play.
time. Yeah, if he gets that, if he turns that into a touchdown too, I mean, yeah, great, incredible catch and awareness there. Just
Yeah, I
to-
mean, that literally just flipped the game.
it did. That really took the game over.
Total
Like I
over.
know San Fran had gotten 3 points on the drive before that to kind of start the comeback, but that really like
Yeah, that did it.
was everything.
I was just that was brutal to watch. It was like if you're a Detroit fan, you come out of halftime with a 17-point lead. You probably think you're winning that game because you were just shitting on the Niners.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they
you come
were. I
out and you
mean,
run 10 offensive plays and your lead evaporates.
Yeah, Jamison Williams
Like,
had a good day.
it was like that. Yeah, I think it was in like 8 minutes, and they had tied the game back up.
they didn't
Well,
score. They didn't score again.
No?
Well, not until late.
The late, yeah, they did
Last
late when it was.
quarter, that was it.
Yeah,
Had that-
the
had that
lead
ball
was
been-
gone before the third quarter was done.
You were
Had
up
that ball been
17.
picked off, it would have been a DPI anyway.
Yeah.
You don't think they pick up that flag?
Probably not.
Because they picked up that flag and it looked more like an OPI than it did a DPI.
It looked like they were both going.
But
for
I
the
think
ball,
I
really.
know it kind of felt like in the moment the refs were like, "That was so cool, we got to let it stand." Like, that was so cool. Like we should probably let that play stand because it definitely looked maybe a little more offensive, but I'm sure they would have called it.
Wish
defense.
they would have done that for us when fucking Travis lateraled it
Yeah, well,
across the field for the win.
But do you think that we've seen the peak of what we're going to see from this Lions squad?
With Jared
I don't
Goff, I
know.
think so.
maybe Jared Goff was okay. He wasn't,
That's
He
how,
did- he did.
what I was saying to P as I left was like a lot of things had to go the right way for the Lions to have the season they had, and they did. And I think I don't think Jared Goff is capable of showing you a whole lot much more.
Probably not, but I mean, you got pretty close.
The other, like the one thing they have
So-
going for, like they've got good young pieces,
Yeah,
and
go-
they've got
I'm-
kind of like the NFC's kind of wide open.
I don't think. I mean, you've done nothing but go up
They
since
feel very Titans with Ryan Tannehill to me.
a little. Okay, yeah, like this could be
Yeah.
where they top out at.
Yeah.
But you've been doing better every year since Dan Campbell got
They
there.
have. I do agree with you on that.
You've got to see if you can get another game further.
I'm
right?
not saying you move
Or a
off of
game
him
or
this
two,
year.
like-
I'm not trying to make
I
that.
don't-
No, no,
they're a
no. I'm
young
not saying you
team.
move off of him. I just
I don't think you
They're
move off
still-
He's definitely earned the right to be there for
They're
now.
still a very young team.
Yeah.
Ooh,
like they were 30 minutes away.
They were 30 minutes away from a Super Bowl appearance. It's a shame. That third quarter was what killed them in that game.
But I also think like this is the only way that a loss could have felt bad for the Lions is like
yeah.
had
Like you weren't expecting. You're the underdogs going into it. They weren't expecting to win. I'm sure, right?
yeah,
but
like this is the
to
only
give-
way a loss really
Look,
hurts bad.
I know Lions fan don't like they don't want to hear it from Chiefs fans, right? Because we've had so much success lately. It's like, but we know what that playoff loss is like.
Yep.
We've been there
That
many
was-
times.
I said
one
that to P
especially
too. I was
sucks.
like, I remember this exact scenario. when
Yeah,
us
Lions.
making-
We have had a team come back on us by 17. We've had a team come back on us by like 21. We've had a team come back on us on 28 in the playoffs. We know this pain.
the Bengals won't hurt.
Yeah.
When your hopes are just that high up because you're just smoking the other team
Yeah,
And
it was
everything-
over. The shit was over.
and it looks like it looks like it's over and then
Yeah, man.
it's painful, man.
It
Um,
fucking blows, but
but hey, come back next year, come back that much more motivated.
they should be better. You theoretically you think they're gonna be even better next year. I mean, because Jameer Gibbs should be a little bit better of a running back.
Yeah.
Rookie this
Yeah,
year.
I think,
Jamison Williams should be more of a focal point in this offense for the whole offseason to work with them.
mhm.
They'll get it. They've been hammering the draft the last couple of years, and they'll get another young draft class in here. And I have no doubts that they're going to hit home runs with their picks because they've been awesome. Like I said, they've had
Mhm.
4 first-round picks in the last 2 years, and they've been awesome.
Dude, yeah, Hutch is just getting better. You know what I mean?
Hutchinson, Jamison
Like,
Williams,
didn't do much in this game,
Campbell,
but-
and Jameer Gibbs have all produced for them. So I have faith in their ability to draft. And even they got
They-
Laporta this year in the draft. They got
one of the smart things they do is they draft tough guys.
tough
Like,
guys that fit
tough
this team.
motherfuckers.
what is it? Byard? This not Byard, but they got the safety number 31 that they have.
Mm-hmm.
Kelvin Ryan.
Benjamin.
One of the problems they're going to run into though
Just kidding.
is the Packers have clearly gotten better.
Yeah.
Jordan Love is for real.
Gonna have to watch out for those Packers. It's gonna be a dogfight in the NFC North. But
And for what
that's
it's
great.
worth, Caleb Williams is coming.
yeah, Caleb, watch out, man.
Yeah.
Watch out.
I
Caleb
don't
Williams.
I don't know if the Vikings are. It depends on what they do in the off season. I don't.
Vikings probably bottom.
I've got them finishing third or fourth in the division next year.
Yeah.
Early on, but
The Lions? Who?
the Vikings.
The Vikings. Oh, yeah. I don't. It depends on if Kurt comes back or not, and who they do get if he doesn't, and
Those linebackers were not having a good time covering Kelsey today.
or not. Those
Well,
linebackers don't.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey is going to be a problem, man.
He
He
is,
had 90 yards with 2 touchdowns.
but we're gonna have a full. I hope that Willie Gay plays, and then we'll be
Please
be
let
full
Willie Gay
strength
be
there.
back.
Maybe we get Derek Natty back as well.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
this-
not again.
The 2 weeks off benefits us way more than it does the
And then
Niners.
hopefully, Omenahue will be back to full.
Yeah, we don't know what happened to him in Hugh. I mean,
Yeah,
as
well,
you
at least we'll
seen,
learn more.
It was non-contact, and I don't.
it looked like a
Oh, okay.
tear. It looked
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah,
Look
But they
bad.
said that he continued to try to work it out on the sidelines, so that's
that's
reassuring.
probably just adrenaline, man.
It probably, but it's at least something a little reassuring.
That'll feel a little bit different tomorrow.
I agree. But I do feel like we have some depth at the end because I
I
think.
mean, we had to play the first 6 weeks without the guy, so like
Yeah.
we know what to do. We have a game plan for when he's hurt, you know, or when he's out.
FAU debut in the Super Bowl.
I mean, we haven't seen him all year really, so
Yeah, we've seen him sparingly this season.
We saw him a little bit. We saw him in the Chargers games.
Yeah, say we saw him.
The last game.
when our backups were all playing, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he'll be more Mike Dana.
He's gonna be a project. I mean, look, man, Chris Jones took like what 3 years to develop before he became really good. 3-4 years. Like he was, you know.
Yeah, no, don't be like, don't think that pick is a miss.
No,
Not yet.
Like he's
Oh, yeah.
sitting behind some fucking dogs.
we have a
Yeah.
very good D line, and it's a hard. And he needed to get a little bigger,
Yeah, he's just
so I'm still excited about seeing him next year. That's when he's going to be important. Him and Carl are going to anchor this defense for years to come.
Mm-hmm.
But
But
anyway,
yeah, what and I know Pete brought it up at the beginning, but what's your feeling on that, Sam? Because I heard Nick Wright bring up an interesting point this week in that if we win the Super Bowl this year, we're gonna be going for 3 straight next year. Does that get us a discount on, say, Chris Jones?
Ooh, do you want
You
that
know,
hate?
like,
Maybe I don't know on Chris
to be a part
Jones.
of that shit.
I think it gives us I think, like we were talking about earlier, like
You think it gives
could
us
give
another 1 year?
It could give us a discount on wide receivers to bring in. I don't know about Chris Jones. Like
maybe
the
Chris
dude
Jones
has
need come back because they want to be a
Chris-
part of the three-peat.
Chris Jones is gonna be looking for that one last big bag. If he's got 3 rings, it's hard to be like, I need one more over the money, right? But maybe that 3-peat's important to him.
You're
First
going at
ever.
that point. You're going
That's
for
legend shit,
but-
dude.
You're going
That's
for the
legend
most.
shit.
Him and Snead might
We
both
haven't won.
make the
We haven't won
legendary.
shit. Yet. We haven't won the game yet.
True.
I know. That's a hypothetical.
Okay.
A hypothetical.
Yeah, it gets you when you. I think this.
I think we should save this
Already gets
conversation.
us.
We should bookmark this conversation for
Yeah.
when it happens,
Yeah.
or if
we
it does
should.
happen.
But I think we've already given ourselves a discount for wide receivers. So I mean, who wouldn't want to come play with Mahomes and a chance to, go to a Super Bowl? Anyways,
Anyways,
On a down year, we make the Super Bowl. So why
Oh,
would
this
you
is
come
the
and try to make
worst-
it
Dude,
an
the
up
AFC
year?
has got to be stressed, man.
the
Here's what I was
worst our
saying.
offensive
So
our offense has
stressed.
ever looked under
so
Mahomes.
immediately,
right? And this is-
immediately after seeing the play, the throw that Mahomes had to MVS, I said the same. I said that and Sneaky. I said that throw right there is going to get a receiver to want to come play here, because they're going to recognize this type of season that MVS had, where it was awful. He was dropping everything, and then in the biggest moment with the season, with a chance to ice the season and go to the Super Bowl, Mahomes didn't flinch. He went straight to MVS.
Yeah,
he went
dude.
straight to him. He
30-yard
went
bomb
back
on
to him.
third and two.
After
on
all
third
the
down.
shit all the drops this year, he
Got to
did
convert the third
deny
down to win.
to win the game. He still put to go to the
It's
Super
incredible.
Bowl. He put the ball into MVS's hands, and I think that a Brandon Ayuk, a Mike Evans, one of those types of guys are going to see that and be like, you know what, I would fuck with that dude.
Oh,
I
I
was
mean, come on.
listening to the Baltimore radio broadcast of that play.
You're sadistic.
And when they lined up I am.
I listened to the Bills from last week.
I listened to
So
the Bills last week too, dude. They were
I know you
ecstatic.
did. Like, did you listen to the Bengals fucking broadcast of it too?
Always, always. But the announcers were like, well, there's no way they're gonna throw it here on 3rd and 9. And
Wow.
womp womp.
It was third night. Shit, I was thinking it was third and short for some reason.
No,
Nine.
it was a big one.
And he bombs it for 30 yards, like to MVS.
it puts
Dude,
it
oh man,
perfectly.
the touchdown to Rasheed Rice that got called back.
Oh man.
That was brutal.
Hurt.
No,
Right
that's
before
not
halftime.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the 3rd and
Something bad.
15. I said right before that, I was like, I feel like they're going to convert this
Trey,
for a
man.
goddamn touchdown.
Trey had a couple bad plays right there in a row.
And came back to on a fucking hold that didn't matter.
Yeah.
That was
Cool.
It's like, man, Trey getting those 2 holding calls right in a row.
Yeah.
Really sucked. It was great that we were still able to, Kelsey was still able to help us get back into field goal range, but
Hey,
that hurt.
the Ravens got bailed out of a safety too. When they were when we downed that punt,
Yeah, it looked like Chris Jones got held maybe in the.
he got held. He 100% got tripped. Like that dude swung both of his legs around and tripped him
All right, people. Hey, now people will be
in the
saying
end
we
zone.
got held plenty by the officials.
Yeah, I mean, there was that
They already are.
pass interference. Well, that's new. Whoa. But
And then
anyway,
It was one bad
there was
call,
a
and
missed-
they ended up converting that anyway.
The Eagles have 2 new coordinators in Kellen Moore for their offensive coordinator. I know that one hurts Pete really
that's
bad.
such
really bad.
bullshit.
And Vic Fangio
I
as
like
their
Vic.
defensive coordinator, which
like the Vic hire.
he was just over at Miami,
Yeah,
right?
he asked for his release from Miami, his contract in Miami, because he wanted to be closer to his grandson
Sure.
and family in Pennsylvania. So
And I'm sorry.
and then fucking Kellen Moore, dude. I've made fun of this dude so much, and now he's our offensive coordinator. Like, God damn.
Viewers, I beg you, go back in time and watch some previous episodes and see what this man below me has said about his new offensive coordinator.
I will say him again. He's terrible. He's terrible.
Yeah,
He's fucking awful, and that's our new offensive coordinator. I fucking hate it. Maybe it's time for him to improve. Maybe the 3rd time's a charm for him.
Man,
dude,
both of these
AJ Brown's already got 1 foot out the door.
these hirings
It just might be the end of it.
The Chargers had protected him, wouldn't allow him to interview with other teams. He was being blocked from interviewing
that high blocking offense.
Until Harbaugh accepted the job, and then immediately upon becoming a free agent, he had multiple interviews with multiple teams set up, and the Eagles got him. So I guess there's a commodity. I don't see it, but
I mean, I saw what the Chargers offense looked like, and again, you're like, why aren't you better? It looks like you should be better.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm looking at the
Cowboys offense whenever he
that-
was down there.
yeah.
My thought was, why aren't you better?
Why aren't you better?
So we'll see on how next year I can hope that my team's offense would be better.
They sound I'm not in.
You can see what it's like to line DeAndre Swift up at center.
Well, DeAndre Swift will probably not be there. He was on a 1-year deal.
Maybe Dallas Goedert. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not excited, Sneaky.
I'm excited.
I know you are. You're gonna laugh at me so hard, so many times. And anytime I say anything positive about the team, you're like, "Well, does that mean that you think Kellen Moore's not that
listen,
bad?"
real talk. I don't know how it's going to go long term, but I think they're going to come out hot out of the gate.
I think they will too, but I don't know.
I don't know, man. The hirings aren't inspiring, is what I'll say.
It's better than being the.
I'm way more worried about the Fangio one for you guys.
I like Fangio.
You guys have been trying to run that system for years.
He's,
It got you here.
Yeah, I mean,
see, yeah,
like
and
Gio, I think that he will do better
doesn't
for us than Desai and Patricia. So
Miami's defense didn't impress me this year, so I don't.
Miami's defense actually was pretty good whenever they had Jalen Phillips and
When they were healthy, they were
Chubb.
pretty good.
When they were
Okay.
healthy, and they never really got to have a chance when they were at full power.
But
But
then you gotta ask yourself, why did Miami let him go?
he asked for his release so he could be closer to his family in
Yeah,
Pennsylvania.
sorry. I talked through
It
that.
was a mutual parting of ways
Hmm.
where he asked for
That sounds a little fishy to me.
he wanted to take the Eagles job in Pennsylvania. You can go to ESPN, it was on there.
Not that I believe he wanted to take the Eagles
We
job.
Well, no, that he
Say
wanted
that.
they put on there that the reason that he was
closer to his family. Yeah,
because he had his I think grandson in Pennsylvania that he wanted to be up closer to.
yeah, totally.
But where was that last year when he signed the fucking contract?
I don't know. I don't
He
get
didn't.
All of
The
a sudden,
Eagles
all of a
job.
sudden decided,
I don't know why he didn't take the Eagles job last year, Sneaky.
is that grandson really cool all now? Like,
I guess now he's at that age where Vic
It
actually
doesn't.
cares about him.
It's not that. I mean,
I don't know. Last year, maybe the
Hey,
grandson was in Georgia.
another interesting offensive coordinator
Hey,
hire
I do think that we hired a better offensive coordinator than the Browns.
is the Browns. Yes, with Ken Dorsey, the
Ken
Bills'
Dorsey.
old offensive coordinator who got fired in the middle of the year, and then the Bills' offense immediately improved. I think is what happened.
Yeah, it's very
Um,
interesting for a team that likes to run the football to bring in Ken Dorsey,
yeah,
Ken Dorsey
by run game.
who was
could
the
not run the
author
football.
of the worst run offense in football that became the best
Yeah.
run offense in football immediately upon firing him.
It, yeah,
It worked.
yeah, it is a little baffling.
Hey,
Hitting the
Fonz.
camera worked.
The Fonz. Yeah, dude,
Yeah, it's not the best. It- Not the most promising hiring if you're the Browns. You know,
No, I think they're irrelevant.
who's their current offensive coordinator? Why did they fire their offensive coordinator? Did he get a job somewhere else? Does anybody know that? Because it seemed like their offensive coordinator did great considering he had,
Considering the
five
circumstances,
different
yeah.
quarterbacks
Yeah, I mean,
throughout the year. Like,
I thought he did fairly well. He,
who is the Browns? Who is the Browns OC?
prior to Ken Dorsey.
Anybody? It doesn't.
The
Or he replaces Alex Van Pelt, who served as Cleveland's offensive coordinator for the past 4 seasons. Stefanski, however, has called the offensive plays for the Browns since taking over in 2020. Van Pelt.
Also, Ken Dorsey's just the OC. He didn't get hired as
Yeah. So they
still the
did.
coach.
Van Pelt was
there.
also the quarterback coach, and they parted ways earlier this month as the team sought new voices to work with quarterback Deshaun Watson. Okay.
Oh, that sounds like a Deshaun decision.
Okay.
That's hard to say, Deshaun decision.
Deshaun decision.
So, yeah,
It should be hard to say as a Browns fan, and it literally is hard to say. Deshaun decision.
Sean,
Um,
I hate it.
figuratively and literally. Okay. So yeah, they parted ways with their old offensive coordinator, although their head coach does call the offensive call. So
But good luck, Ken, because that contract money kicks in this year.
mhm.
Bye bye
Not
running
gonna
back.
have
Bye
the
bye receiver.
not gonna
Bye
have the
bye
pieces you
high
want.
price pieces around Deshaun.
Interesting choice.
Love it.
And you weren't even smart enough to be bad this year to get a good position in the draft.
They didn't would have had the draft pick. It's going to fucking Houston.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Doesn't
Who
matter
beat them?
Yep. Who beat them, and yeah,
That's
your
right.
first-
I forgot about that shit.
Yeah, for the third year
for
in
a
a row,
quarterback
first round pick
who
goes to
Who beat them mainly? The main pieces that beat them were pieces they got with those goddamn draft picks.
yeah. Love it.
beat him, and for a quarterback all for a quarterback who's played for like what 6, 7 games or some shit since you've gotten him. Like,
And who you could have drafted yourself, but you traded out of the pick.
you
So
know,
that way, years later, you could give up 3 first-round picks to get him and give up $230 million while he had 24 sexual misconduct claims
it's the
out
most
against him.
baffling fucking thing. It's the worst trade. It's
It's
probably
the
the
most
worst.
Browns trade that's ever happened.
Worse than the Herschel Walker trade. Maybe
Worse than the
worse than
Russell
the
Wilson
Saints
trade.
trade, giving up their entire draft for Ricky Williams. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, worse than the Broncos trade because
because at least Wilson's played shitty for him. He's played
like,
but
but he
shitty, but I mean,
played in,
Watson
mean-
played a dozen games, not even a dozen games.
and for just a PR nightmare of like
Yeah.
a player just on top of it all.
But anyway, boys, I think we did it. Just like the Chiefs. We did
We
it.
did it, boys.
Woohoo! Hey, as always, thanks for
Number
watching.
4, baby.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.
Not sure if my home is Chiefs subscribe.
That's all about.
Hey, dude, I'd kill a man.
If you asked me to, I'd be like,